Hey guys, this is Anthony Fritchley, known as Anthony Fritchley 2003 on my YouTube channel here, and today I'm going to talk about the blank DVDs, but I'm going to talk about rewritable discs. So yeah, I'm going to show you the differences of these two different blank or slash recordable DVDs that are rewritables. Actually, before I show what I'm talking about rewritables, there's something I gotta tell you about these different blank DVDs. It's a good thing I wrote it, or CDs actually. I could talk about CDs as well, because I'm gonna show. I think I might show you all the differences of the type of recordable discs. And in case you're wondering, well, besides blank VHS tapes, like like an 8-hour tape or a 6-hour tapes. I'm talking about blank DVDs instead of VHS tapes. We're talking about recordable discs. But most I'm talking about later, I'm talking about RW discs. Here's the one I drew. Here are all the differences of the types of DVD-R discs. So yeah, they call it like a DVD+R, DVD-R discs. I don't know why they usually do dash or plus R, but I know there is a reason. Oh wait, I forgot to add the plus on. There we go. I forgot to add the plus R on the rewritables. So yeah. Anyways. Yep. Now that's better. I'm going to explain all about these types of. These are all the. I think these are all the differences of the. I think there's all 7 differences. Well, the last part I'm talking about, it would be very uncommon about this. So yeah. Well, I remember I had these record blank DVDs. Were all 5 of these. I never had the -R double layer. I'm not sure if there is. I think the DVD -R double layer did. I think it did exist. So yeah, I think I wrote that. I think I did exist. So yeah. I'm going to talk about the. Explaining about the. These are all different types of blank DVDs. So these are, I think, 6 or 7 different types of blank DVDs. Which is DVD+R, DVD-R, DVD+RW, and DVD-RW, DVD+R double layer, and DVD-R double layer. I did add DL. DL stands for double layer, in case you're wondering, and DVD-RAM discs. So yeah. And the CDs, there are only 2 different blank CDs, CD-R and CD-RW. So yeah. Oh, in case you wonder about the W logos, yeah, I was planning to talk about rewritable discs. Yeah, RW. If you don't know why you wonder why they add these W logos, here they are. I'm going to talk about 2 different. So I'm going to talk about rewritable DVDs, rewritable discs. Hold on. Because okay. Anyways, yeah, I'm back right now. I was just checking what's going on. So yeah, so I do apologize for that. But anyways. I'm going to tell you about the RW discs. I have 3 different rewritable discs. One is the CD-RW, and these 2 are DVD-RWs. So 2 of the difference of the RW DVDs. So yeah. I'll start with the. I don't usually burn these CDs. I do usually burn DVDs or record DVDs. Because I remember I used the blank DVDs for recording stuff. So in case you're wondering about the RWs, it can burn and record and erase many times than just burning it one time. because there's not gonna tell you about these besides without the RW discs or RAM one. They can only burn and record one at a time. Cannot. Well, I remember I can't erase DVD files on my DVD recorder for some reason, even though they're not rewritable, but cannot have more space. But so yeah, it's a lot of things that are hard to explain because there's a lot of explaining to do about about recorded discs. So yeah, I might make a video about explaining about the differences of the R discs besides rewritables. So yeah, but I'm only talking about rewritable discs. So yeah, let's start with the CD-R discs first. And I don't usually do I do realize I remember burning the discs. I remember, if you don't know what RW means, they're actual rewritable discs. In case you don't know about rewritables, you guys, about these blank DVDs or CDs, it can burn, record, and erase many times. So it can burn, any of the RW discs can burn, record, and erase many times because rewritable discs can record and erase many times, or multiple times than just an R disc. So yeah, because R discs can burn one at a time, can record or burn the discs once. Well, on a DVD recorder you can record lots of times until you get full, but never have more room except rewritables. So yeah. I don't have to explain all about it because I don't usually use when I usually use the CD-R, I remember I did burn CDs before I record discs, because I remember when I burned CDs. Oh yeah, I remember when I usually burn CDs, I might only use the R discs. I only use just the CD-R disc only, which I remember burning a lot of CDs, and including my mom's first mix homemade CD called My First Mix soundtrack with the Maniac song. Was actually called a CD-R disc. So you could you'd be able to burn audio soundtrack CDs. You can burn audio discs. You can burn you can be able to burn some videos, but I don't think you'd be able to burn DVD files from a video file on a CD. It might be I think there is such a thing as a VCD disc. So yeah, I think there is such a thing as a VCD disc. You know, a compact disc, but it's a video disc. I think there is such a thing as VCD before DVDs. So yeah. And I'm trying to think. And I think there is you can make burn. This is does say compact disc rewritable, it says. But I think if it's not rewritable, say compact disc recordable, I think. So yeah, and for Saturday there is no such thing as a CD+R, just the -R discs only. I already know there is no. I did check, and there is no such thing as a CD+R or CD+RW, and there's no such thing as a double layer CD+R, just DVDs. The +R discs are only like DVDs, you know, video discs. So yeah, but yeah. The CD and you can just burn the disc, like adding photos and like a CD-ROM or data CD or DVDs. Any of the blank discs like CD-R, DVD, any CD or DVD R discs. You could probably burn discs like DVD, like photos and videos, and I mean like video files, video files from, I could burn discs like photos and videos. I'd be able to do that. So yeah, unfortunately. So yeah, I'd be able to burn like. I remember of my video files of memories me as a kid or baby. It was on the memories. I think it was on a regular CD MySR with the orange back instead of the blue one. I think this one. This is a rewritable disc. This is the CD MySR rewritable. So this type of CD RW can burn and erase many times. So when you check it, it can be a lot different. Like you can burn it on an audio disc and audio CD, you know, like just like the regular compact discs, or you could burn and add whatever you want on your add one of your stuff on the music onto a regular CD. That's why I made a Barbie Boombox homemade CD back in 2023 or 24 or something like that. So yeah, it's a good thing I'd be able to burn CDs. Well, I might use to, since I only use the Toshiba computer. So yeah, I might try burn CDs, but I don't usually now burn DVDs, and I don't usually burn CDs. I might try burn a CD. I might burn a CD next time, maybe a CD sampler of Thomas and Friends. So yeah, it's all explain all about the blank CD MySR, not reliable. So yeah, and you can add whatever you want. Not only you can burn like just the audio discs, it's like the data. They add photos and add video files, not like a DVD. Oh, just maybe as long as it has more space. So yeah. See how many gigabytes? It only has megabytes. 650 megabytes, 74 minutes. It says. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think 80 minutes is for the CD MySR, but I think I usually use it like a regular CD, but on a rewritable disc it's 74 minutes. It's 650 megabytes. So yeah. Alright, I think that'll be for the CD MySR. Now let's move on to these two different blank DVDs. Here's the DVD+RW disc, and here's the DVD-RW. Let's start with the DVD+RW. And this is actually I think this is actually this is the only I remember. This is a Maxell. I'm showing the different on these blank DVDs RWs. I'm going to show you the Maxell DVD+RW. I do have other DVD+RW besides Maxell, but which is actually Staples, and some small. I do have some small recordable blank discs that I use on my DVD recorder, except my. So yeah, another, I think another Maxell or one Sony recordable blank DVD+RWs. These are actually, they're minis too. Yeah, and the mini blank disc does work on a DVD recorders. So yeah, I can't remember how many gigabytes, but it's a lot less than the regular discs, than the regular size discs. So yeah. And one recently, it was Amazon. So yeah, and this one I had it that came in the mail from Amazon. So is that one. Well, and the other one from someone else. I can't remember which one is. Nowadays I had the most recent. I got the Maxell, not Nextel. Nextel is a phone, but yeah. In case you don't know what Nextel, it's a phone, and there's a promo VHS, a Nextel, that came with a phone, digital phone. So yeah, I'm talking about Maxell. This brand I'm showing about the DVD+RW is the Maxell. And there's something I gotta tell you about the DVD+RW about using the DVD recorder. In case you were wondering, usually on a DVD+R and a regular DVD-R discs, usually when you record a disc and when you test it on a regular DVD, players and Blu-ray players, it doesn't really play. It doesn't really play like other regular DVD players. All I have to do is finalize it, and it will never record ever again. Well, on ReWritable discs, you can record again after finalizing, and well, both of them you can be able to record again, but on the DVD-RW, if it's not finalized, if it's a video mode, it cannot play on any other DVD players or Blu-ray players unless you finalize, and you'll be able to undo finalize. But well, this is different. This is the only type of recordable disc that will work on most DVD players as long as it allows to play RW discs. And in case you're wondering about the DVD+R discs, the reasons why they have the plus video because this is what it looked like. No wonder why it's a plus star. Any of the +R and +RW discs, or maybe double layer, will have this logo. I don't know about double layer, but this is what the RW logo. And the -R disc will look similar like a DVD video logo, like I see in the DVD logos in common. This is what a logo looks like, RW logo. And one that's a guy looked like I was sitting on the chair. That's actually that's because it's Maxell. So yeah, I'm not sure that when that originally ran. I think it was a long time ago. But they got it. She got that from Amazon. I got this from Amazon. I don't buy it, but mostly all I want is the DVD-RW because I never tried the RW before. I couldn't wait for the -R disc. So yeah. And a long time ago, I didn't realize the RW discs are rewritables, can record and erase many times, because I thought all the blank recorded DVDs can only record and burn one time only. But the only thing they can burn discs once without, they can only burn permanently without, because DVD+R and regular DVD-R and double layer discs can only burn permanently. Cannot undo it or anything. So yeah. And this is the only type of blank record DVD. If you have a DVD recorder or like a Magnavox, Toshiba, mine's Toshiba. I have a DVD recorder. I had a DVD recorder since I got my VCR DVD combo, which is Toshiba. Well, my VCR does kind of work originally, but it might have some issues. But nowadays it's kind of broken. But I only use the DVD side only. So yeah, it's a good thing my Toshiba VCR DVD recorder is not broken. Now I have two. It's a good thing I have two DVD recorders. So yeah. Now I'd be able to record on discs. I don't have to worry about getting a lot more blank tapes. As nowadays I prefer blank DVDs. Now I like all 4 different blank discs, but I probably will never use a double layer disc because double layer DVDs does not play on regular DVD recorders. Does not work on regular DVD recorders as long as it's a blank disc. So yeah, and by the way, in case you're wondering about the DVD+RW, it does work on most or any of the DVD players anytime it's not finalized, but that's only if there's no menu. And yes, it does. Yes, it does allow finalizing it, but it only have the DVD menu from a Toshiba that was finalized. It only have a menu. If I be able to have the DVD menu on that, I have to finalize the disc. If I use the DVD recorder. Oh yeah, not only you could record stuff on discs on any of the blank discs you had that has not been used. Any of the blank discs that has never been used, if it's a +R, -R, or besides RW discs, you could just burn DVDs on the computer. Not only you could just record onto a DVD. It could also like burning the disc, just such as such as adding some photos and data videos, video files besides just the DVD video. And also you could put ISO DVD copies of DVD files copies onto a DVD file copies onto a DVD file ISO file, burning the disc, like putting it that was from a regular DVD on a homemade print copy. I'd be able to do that. And speaking of that, these two blank discs, these are not blank at all. They're not blank. It's still on. Those stuff were on there, and this is not on. That was recorded from a DVD recorder. It was actually came with those rare. What's on about these? These are actually from rare Thomas DVD take-along sampler discs that I burned. That was from archive.org. Because I'm probably out of regular blank discs. So yeah. So I'm stuck with rewritables because all my rewritable discs they're not blank. Because usually you could be able to format them. I think it's a good thing I have rewritable discs. So yeah. Yeah, it's so hard to explain about RW discs, about the RW. So yeah, not only you could use just the DVD recorder. If you wanted to burn a disc, if it's on it only allows like formatting the disc. If you burn a disc, if it's on the DVD, if you burn a disc on one, you'd be able to format it, but it'll probably be erased and be gone for good. So if you don't want it, you just don't. So yeah, it's a lot of things to explain. This is on a DVD+RW. I'd be able on a DVD recorder. I'd be able to title dividing like a split file, and also I'd be able to add chapters. And when I finalize it does allow when I use the DVD player. It plays a lot. Works perfectly. It's a lot better than a regular DVD+R discs and the MySR discs, including the RW discs. So yeah. And on a DVD recorder, it can only record in 4:3 only. It doesn't record like in widescreen. Only MySR discs, and the MySR video discs does work. So yeah, I think that'll be for the DVD+RW. Now let's do with the DVD-RW. Yeah, or -RW. I call it like either a plus or a minus R. Or, I either a dash or a minus R disc. So yeah. Usually that guy, I forget his name, but a technology thing. He's the one who talks about. I remember recently I saw when he talked about VHS-C tapes, but they did call him a DVD-R discs. But anyways. But I decided to call it DVD-R. Because, 2 minus 2 is 0. I said that this is a DVD-R disc. Or -R, whatever that is. So, yeah. Or dash or minus, whatever that is. So, yeah. And this is the only this is the only brand I have. This is the, now I just finally had the, originally I finally had the RW disc for the first time, which is a Maxell DVD-RW discs. Yep. Yeah, finally have had the last different blank disc that works on all my DVD recorders, because I have a DVD recorder which is a Toshiba, which I have 2 Toshiba DVD recorders. One is a DVD VCR combo, one's just a plain one. What I had the DVD recorder recently was the plain one. So yeah, I used the plain one in the living room, and the plain DVD recorder was in the living room, and the DVD VCR recorder combo with the broken VCR was downstairs in my basement. So in the basement where I usually do stuff. So yeah. So this is the DVD-R discs, and on the DVD recorder, there's actually 2 different formats. On my Toshiba, or either like a Magnavox VCR on a DVD recorder, or any of the DVD recorders, if it's a if it's made by Toshiba or whatever that is. If my Toshiba DVD recorder, on my Toshiba DVD recorder, it uses two different formats. One is VR mode and the other is the video mode. I think it's a lot better if I use video mode. Well, it does allow chapters on my DVD recorder, but I only use like auto chapters as long if it's recorded more than 5 minutes or more than like 30 or hours, that is. If it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, it doesn't allow it doesn't show like allow any chapters. It's just similar like the same thing like a regular DVD+ disc. So yeah. But on VR mode, it has so many weird things. I felt like my nightmares so weird for editing DVD+RW. It does work on some DVD players. Does work on VR discs. My Panasonic Beast DVD player does work, and any of the Sony Blu-ray players does work on VR discs. Either if it's finalized or not finalized. It's kind of like a data DVD, but it feels like it's not the same. I don't know why, but when I test it on my computer, it doesn't show anything, just the video mode. But on the video mode, if it's not finalized, it won't work on any of the same thing as the regular DVD+R and DVD-R. It will not play on all the DVD players. It only works if it's finalized. So yeah, if I use the regular DVD recorder, and usually if it's not finalized, you can be able to edit or delete some files on a DVD recorder. So yeah, and if the disc is full and you erase when you delete on the recent part on a DVD recorder, you could be able to still record, but that's only if it's a rewritable disc. And any of the RW DVD-R discs and record. So yeah, they only had two formats. One is VR mode and one is the video mode. Well, video mode is usually like a regular DVD player mode. I think I like the DVD player mode better. And besides, and also, nowadays when I'd be able to upload VHS full rips that were recorded onto a DVD nowadays. That's when I upload full rips with closed captions. So yeah, if it does have closed captions, that is, not every. If it's just a video file without closed captions, just have the YouTube captions or something like that. So yeah, not only can you just record onto just the DVD recorder or burning or finalize, you could also burn, same thing like on CDs or DVDs. You could just burn burn photos, videos, and also like burning ISO DVD files that were taken from the original DVDs or recorded discs. You could just make more copies of this. Yeah, I'd be able to make copies of this, just like I remember burning CDs for some reason. So yeah, or an ISO DVD file. This copy is an ISO copy. This one has the DVD sampler, the Thomas DVD. This one, what's on this disc right now is the Thomas and Friends take-along sampler disc, which is not very long. This one doesn't have a menu. So yeah, that's what's on there. It's not a blank disc. But if it's a full erased, it'll look like it's completely a blank disc. But if it's a quick erase, it'll still look like a burning disc thing. So yeah, has some one scratch, but it does work okay. Well, mostly it works on when I burn a disc with the scratch part. It does work on my Blu-ray player than for some none better DVD thing. So yeah, there you have it. Those are my different of these. Talk about the RW. So RW can record and burn and erase many times than just the R disc. R disc can record and burn once. So yeah, than RW. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.